Hi, everyone. Tom Bialik with the Hobart Chamber of Commerce, coming to you one more time with another installment of Influencers in Action. Today, we're joined by Branch Manager Tony Santana from U.S. Bank in nearby Dolton, Illinois. Tony, welcome.
Hey, it's good to be here, Tom. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it.
Tony, talk a little bit about U.S. Bank and what you do there.
Well, happy to say that I'm the manager of U.S. Bank in Dolton, Illinois, as you said, and got a team of 4 bankers. And Tom, we serve the needs of the community. We help them with their finances, mortgages, payment solutions. I have business clients that really try to engage them and help them with things like cash flow and credit, and just try to help them become more robust businesses.
Now, Tony, you and I had the opportunity to meet just recently. You attended our regional networking luncheon at the Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. And one thing I noticed about you is you are the master networker. You just seem to be able to work the room, and you and I were able to develop a relationship very quickly and actually become fast friends, which I really appreciate.
Right.
So I wanted you to come in and talk a little bit about networking and talk about maybe some of the secrets, some of your secrets that you implement when you go to networking events.
Right. Well, thank you. First of all, what a great event you had at the Hard Rock. It was wonderful. It was my first event since COVID, honestly. We were kind of locked up for a couple years, and after that, I saw that you had a big event coming up with the Chamber, so I wanted to get out and mingle and meet some new business people. So went, and what I always try to do is try to find out what my audience is, who's going to be there, what type of businesses are going to be there, what type of people are going to be there, and how can I benefit them and find out about what kind of businesses they have and how can I add value as a banker, as a member of U.S. Bank. So what I do, number one, I always get there first. I come early and I stay late. That's because you'll meet the most people a lot of times early and at the end, because those are your most engaging people that hang around. A lot of people have to get back to work and they leave. So if the ones that can stay and spend a little more time and want to find some things out, they'll stay. So you can end up, you just never know who you're going to meet.
So you do your homework a little bit in advance of the event, maybe
Absolutely.
Try to find out who's going to be there,
Right.
and then arrive early so that you don't miss out on anything. So those are some basics, I guess. What about some real keys, maybe 2 or 3 keys to your success when it comes to networking events?
Well, the first thing is you got to get rid of that one word, fear, because you have to become vulnerable on some level, because you just don't know who you're going to meet. And you're worried about rejection. You're worried about different things. So number one, you cannot be afraid to walk up to someone with a soft smile and say, hey, my name is, and tell them who you are and tell them who you represent. And right after that, let them talk. Let them speak. Let them do the same. And usually when you smile at somebody, they'll smile back. That's the goal. That's the objective. You hope that happens. And then you find out what they do, and then you find out in your own mind, reflect on how can you help them? How can you help their business? Or are you connected in any way? For example, if there's a construction company representative there, what kind of construction do they do? Do you know someone that maybe might need their service or their services? And then you become an automatic connector.
You have this fear factor that goes along
Absolutely.
with networking events.
Absolutely.
Sometimes we need to break out of our comfort zone a little bit.
Right.
And once we're able to make contact with an individual or individuals to maybe just ask a lot of questions, a lot of open-ended questions to get the other person to speak. Now, as it relates to the fear factor, a lot of times we go to these events with people that we know. Maybe we go with our friends.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's interesting. On this one, with yours, I went by myself with the objective. I knew the audience was going to be about 100 people. You told me that. You told me a little bit about who was going to be there, so I kind of knew the audience. I went by myself I wanted to meet about 10-15%. So I went in there with a goal to meet at least 10 people that I never met before. And I overachieved. I met 15 people at your event. Out of the 100, that's fantastic. And what I did, with respect, I didn't spend a whole lot of time with any individual. I shared some information. I collected some business cards, and I shared mine. And I said, I'm available at any time. Call my cell phone, email me, and be glad to share any information that you might want.
So you came by yourself. Now, if you were perhaps to go with a group of people that you know, would that impact maybe how you would perform at
Yep.
that networking event.
Absolutely. And what I've done in the past, when I go with a friend, actually a friend did show up. Ralph Flores showed up. And I said, you know what? We'll probably have to sit at different tables. And here's why. You could meet 4 new people or 3 new people, and I'll meet 3 or 4 new people. And then we can come together and talk about who we met and how we might be able to help each other in the future. So it's better to split up, meet new people, and then you're kind of doubling your new contacts possibly. So never go, and we're comfortable with each other. You want to sit with who you know because that just makes it easy and comfortable. But guess what? You missed an opportunity to talk to other people.
You can talk to your friends anytime is what you're saying.
Catch them later.
Right.
Absolutely. Or catch them later to find out who they met and to see how you can help maybe some of their contacts and how they may be able to help you.
Those networking events are limited in time, maybe an hour, 90 minutes
Correct.
or so. So you really want to maximize
Absolutely.
every minute of that time.
Everyone's got to get back to work, you know.
Now, let's say you get into a conversation with someone and something maybe slightly controversial comes up. What are some topics maybe that we want to steer away from, do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think we all know with what's going on in the world today, there's a couple things you want to stay away from. Obviously, is, you know, even as a banker, I try to stay as neutral as possible because everybody's a client to me, and everybody in business probably feels that way. Everybody is a potential that they can help. So try to stay away from politics, religion, different things that maybe might hit a sore spot or something that someone's not comfortable with. So stay away from things like that. And what I try to do is I connect with them on, say, restaurants, or throw a question out, you know, where's that next vacation coming? Where are you going? Find out where they're going, Hawaii, Florida, California, and then talk about maybe some experiences that you've been there. And again, you take it to somewhere where you have something in common. Find out what you have in common with them. And then you kind of run with that. And then you let them talk about their experience. Everybody loves to talk about, especially in business. I've learned over 20 years of banking experience, everybody loves to talk about their business. Let them find out about it. The more you know about it, that's the more way you can help them. That's the better way that you can help them grow their business.
So we know at networking events, a lot of times, you know, we say there are more sellers than buyers at these events. But what you're saying is ask a lot of questions and learn more about the businesses of those who you're speaking with, and listen, encourage, and respond accordingly.
Absolutely, because at this time, you know what? People do business with people they like. People, you know, you can get a product anywhere. You can get a service anywhere. We have that thing called the internet, right? There's companies out there that you can hit a button and the product or service is at your door. Well, we're out there doing our own brands, promoting our own companies, and that's what it's all about, trying to figure out what can you do for someone else, and hopefully one day the result, it'll be there, it'll come back to you.
Tony, you certainly have a lot to offer, both in terms of banking and business, but in terms of your networking expertise. Now, if someone wants to contact you, wants to learn more about you, or learn more about U.S. Bank, or learn more about your master networking techniques, how would they do that?
You know what? I can be contacted very easily by email. My email address is louis.santana@usbank.com. My cell phone, I'm available. I'm 219-741-9031. I can share other ideas because there are many, and hopefully we can put the list that I came up with, that I shared with you, so people can see some of the things that I do when I go to different types of events. Be happy to share that.
He's Tony Santana, branch manager from U.S. Bank in nearby Dolton, Illinois, and also master networker. Tony, thank you so much for stopping by.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Once again, I'm Tom Bialik with the Hobart Chamber of Commerce. We look forward to seeing you again next time on another installment of Influencers in Action. Take care.